Our region's business is sponsored by PNC for the Achiever in You.
Innovation is at the core of the biggest manufacturers based in Pittsburgh, among them PPG Industries and Calgon Carbon. PPG was the first company to mass produce flat glass about 130 years ago. Today it's a global leader in coatings, with a majority of its R&D centers located right here in the Pittsburgh region. Calgon Carbon got its start during the Second World War, when the U.S. government started looking for an alternative to coconut shells to produce activated carbon for gas masks. The Pittsburgh company found a way to make it out of bituminous coal. In the 2 generations since, it's grown into the world leader in removing contaminants and odors from liquids and gases. Calum Munro is Global Technical Director of Industrial Coatings for PPG Industries, and Robert Deithorn is Product Director for Industrial Food and the Beverage Business Unit of Calgon Carbon. Welcome, good to have you.
Thank you.
So Calum, tell me a little bit about what happens here with PPG Industries today. You guys were originally the flat glass pioneers, but today it's all about coatings,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. So if you go back to the early days, PPG was Pittsburgh Plate Glass. We were the glass company, and we've really transformed the portfolio, initially starting by broadening out from glass into a number of different areas that made a lot of sense. And through that overall transition, not only did we perfect the way the glass was being made, but it really took us towards some alternate resin-based materials, and that took us into the paint side of things pretty significantly, where we really felt that we had a strong advantage. So things have continued to move, and today only 7% of our portfolio is still actually glass.
Wow.
So we are absolutely a coatings company, and currently are the world's largest coatings supplier.
It's an amazing story coming out of our region. And a lot of your R&D still concentrated here in southwestern Pennsylvania.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Headquartered here in Pittsburgh, we traditionally had our R&D facilities around here. We actually opened the first one in 1910, so a long time ago. And we've continued to keep that strong base here. And Pittsburgh really is our R&D hub. So clearly we're a global company. More than half of our sales and supply is overseas. Today it's outside of the US. Our manufacturing has obviously mimicked that, but Pittsburgh is the hub for research. So as I take a look at our science and technology organization, we have more than 2,500 people spread around the globe, but about 600 of those individuals are still in our Pittsburgh-based labs. And they are reinventing who we are day in, day out to make sure that we stay the world's largest.
Yeah, well, I want to come back and talk to you a little bit about what you've rolled out recently that you're hoping will keep you on that cutting edge of coatings. But Bob Deithorn, Calgon Carbon, about a 70-year-old or so company, right? Started in World War II when the government was looking for an alternative to coconuts for activated carbon for gas masks. And Calgon Carbon, it came up with a way to use bituminous coal to do that. So I got to ask you, what are you guys doing today? Is that still the business?
Well, we are proud to say that we have been operating in the Pittsburgh community for over 70 years now. It's a great story for us, and we're a purification company. So we make and supply products for purification of air, water, industrial process liquids and gases. And our core technology is activated carbon absorption, which is using a carbon media to remove organic compounds from processed liquids, gases, water, and air. Adsorption is just one of our technologies. Over time, we have advanced to acquire UV technology. We now do UV disinfection of water and wastewater, and we also have ion exchange technology as part of our product portfolio.
How do you keep pushing the edge? What have you been doing recently to find new applications, new uses? How do you move up the value ladder, I guess, as you think about new technologies and products?
So, as we said, we've been around for many years. And the key is innovation. We've been innovating in many different things with activated carbons. One of the things we've done for many years that we're most proud of, that isn't necessarily new, but is certainly innovative and sustainable, is the use of reactivation technology, which is a recycled technology, where activated carbon is used in a customer application to adsorb organic chemicals. Once it's used, it is then it can be returned back to a Calgon Carbon reactivation facility where we regenerate it or reactivate it. Now the benefits of regeneration and reactivating are that are twofold, in that the customer eliminates the need to do any landfill disposal of a solid waste, potentially a hazardous solid waste. They also, when they're using a recycled material, can reduce their CO2 footprint by maybe 70–80% over the use of a new carbon with the additional processing of a new carbon.
Oh, fascinating. So, Calum, how about PPG? How are you guys pushing the edge of the envelope? Anything you've rolled out recently that you think really speaks to where the company is and where it's headed?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I think it's fitting to talk about, in the area of energy, some of the work that's happening. So really, energy with us, there's three main areas that we think about it. You know, we participate from an innovation perspective in the capture and management side of it. Maybe not quite as elegantly as our colleagues sitting to my side here. But you know, our fiberglass products allow us to make larger wind turbines that are more stable. We've got coatings that go onto those that reduce the maintenance requirements in that area, which is very significant for the overall cost proposition there. Within our glass area, even though it's a smaller part of our portfolio today, you know, we've been heavily focused on energy for a number of years. You know, we go back to the 70s, and that was really our first foray into solar. And you know, as things have moved in that industry over time, we've continued to provide solutions that give advantage to the companies that are more specifically looking at solar energy, whether it's thermal energy through capture with some of the reflectors we have, or just ensuring that our glass is optimally transparent in those wavelengths that are really most useful to capture light and convert it to electricity. So energy is very key there. Another portion of it's making sure that our customers aren't spending energy. As I said, we want to make sure that the overall cost of their coating system is reduced. So significant focus on low energy systems, or systems that really take steps out of the overall manufacturing process. So you know, an example there would be within our automotive space. We launched, actually almost 14 years ago now, technology base 1, base 2, which really allows the reduction of the overall coating process within the automotive space. So it allows certain coatings to be combined in a way that we still get the performance that you would expect. Nobody wants suddenly to have a lack of performance on the paint job that's on their car, but it allows the manufacturer of the automobile to significantly shorten their process, reduce the energy footprint of that process quite majorly, drop the emissions from that down significantly, manage waste in a completely different way. So again, energy is key. And you know, many other examples of just along those same areas. So energy will be a focus area for PPG.
Wow, all the more reason to be building this kind of a facility here in Pittsburgh. Thank you very much, appreciate it. Well, we'll be back in a minute here at the Energy Innovation Center right next to downtown Pittsburgh with a little dollars and cents. Stay with us.